There I was, lying on an uncomfortable hospital bed, the sterility of antiseptic cleaners mixed with the faint smell of fear in the room. Machines beeped rhythmically, echoing my own racing heartbeat. The harsh fluorescent lights shone down with an unyielding truth, but it was the envelope in my hand that held the true gravity of the moment. My hands trembled as I clutched it tightly. The note had come to me unexpectedly. A nurse with a gentle smile and empathetic eyes handed it over. She said it was from a visitor bearing no name, the anonymity as puzzling as it was terrifying. I scrutinized the handwriting that was so painfully familiar, adrenaline flooding my veins as my mind replayed the failed attempt to avoid this confrontation. How had things come to this? I took a deep, shaky breath, trying to still my racing thoughts. My heart begged time to slow, to give me space to process what I might uncover. Before I continue, if you are feeling what I am feeling right now, please leave a like. It helps me keep going. I hesitated, tracing the flap of the envelope absent-mindedly. Every nerve in my body was alert, aware of potential revelations that might undo the stitches holding my world together. I gingerly slid the letter out and began to unfold its creased sheet anxiously. My eyes, misty with apprehension, scanned the first line. The words pulsed into my consciousness like the whispered secrets of my deepest fears come to life. A confession had found its way to me within this sterile fortress of solitude, unwelcome but not entirely unexpected. The silence grew heavier, punctuated only by soft murmurs of staff in the corridor and the muffled sobs of someone down the hall. In this cocoon of shared suffering, I felt both isolated and irrevocably connected to the stories playing out beyond my walls. The contents of this letter held an emotional charge that crackled in the air, potent and volatile. This note, a jigsaw of half-truths and raw emotion, began to weave a narrative once veiled in my mind. My fingers traced the familiar loops and slants of the handwriting. Through muted tears and bleary eyes, I saw a story unfurl, a personal saga that wove between lines of my life. Had I missed the signs, the clues that were painfully obvious in retrospect? Its writer seemed to speak from a place of desperation, a need bubbling over into words they hoped would mend or confess, though unsure which. I felt the weight of unchosen burdens, unknown regrets, and silent conversations not yet spoken. The truth had become palpable, demanding my attention, compelling an internal confrontation with each syllable. Yet how could the sender have known I would end up here in this place of healing and pain, caught between past indiscretions and uncharted futures? As I absorbed the reality of the confession, my perceptions shifted like tectonic plates, altering the landscape I once knew. There was a tenderness in acknowledging my own vulnerability amidst the bluntness of recognition. My instincts told me this revelation came from a place of love, though misguided and in some ways reckless. It was my family. Those lines revealed a voice bound by blood and silent vows. Their risk to purge this secret had inadvertently tethered it to my own chaotic world, as if destiny required this moment. The discovery struck me like a bolt of unforgiving truth, an emotional upheaval slicing through the facade of safety. I felt the tears come, soft yet persistent, a testament to the heart's inability to fully armor itself against pain. A whisper of clarity emerged from the storm, that perhaps forgiveness could restore peace, its murmur gently calling out amid the cacophony of unresolved emotions. Before you leave, if this moment impacted you as it impacted me, subscribe. I'm sharing every confession, and you never know which one will be next. Subscribe to the channel. And if you can breathe after this, maybe you'll want to hear the next confession too. Sometimes the truth we avoid is precisely the one we most need to hear. See you in the next video.